Hello, hello, my awesome family. How are you doing? My name is DLT, the host of the Awesome Music Show. But on a Wednesday, we have what is called the Awesome Travel Zone Wednesday. And this is a show that's dedicated specifically to the business arm of what we do here at the Awesome Family, the Awesome Show. And it's specifically talking to you about the business of travel. So this show is dedicated specifically to the business of travel. And you will see some details shared under the screen for contacting me for the business and also to be your personal travel advisor. Wonderful, wonderful information will be shared on the show today, and we hope that this show will enthuse you to become one of the world's coveted titles of being your own travel, owning your own travel company, and you'll be hearing all the details of how you can become uh, an official travel advisor, and also how you can earn from booking travel, not just for yourself, but for your friends and your family and for people all over the world. This is an $8 trillion industry, and it continues to grow, continues to bloom. And this is an industry that affects every single person. As you may never have traveled, but you know someone who has traveled or travels very often, books, hotels, car rentals, you name it. You'll be hearing all the information on this show today. So get your family and your friends, tell them, come on, we need to watch this broadcast so we can learn how to make 8 streams of income from this wonderful, wonderful business. But to share the official information, I have a very, very special guest that will be coming on the show, and she will be sharing all the details of how you can be a part of this presentation. She's a one-star director. She's also a member of the 2020 Club. She's a travel genius, soon to be the first Caribbean travel travel. She works this business part time, but does her other job in the business of finance. I speak of no other person than my special guest, Director Andrene Dora Burrell-Thomas. Hey, Director, how you doing? Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Hi, Dale. Thank you so much for having me on and to be here with your awesome family. I mean, it's Ava
Yeah.
and Dreen, Ava Awesome. So I'm truly excited to be here. And I'm truly blessed that you would have thought so highly of me to invite me to share with
Yeah.
your viewers and your friends and your family as well.
Okay, great, great. So I came across this business a few months ago. Actually, about February, I was just scrolling through Facebook and I saw a flyer on a lady's page. And I really want to thank her. I'm sure she's going to be seeing this broadcast. I didn't end up becoming a partner with her, but I still got in the business, and it's been really, really an exciting time. Awesome training every single day. There's empowerment, there's training, and that's one of the wonderful things about the business. So it's not about making millions and trying to do bookings and do everything. It's personal development. And then I came across some other wonderful persons while doing watching the presentations, and one of those persons is my very, very special guest tonight, which is you, Director Borel Thomas, and you have a very awesome story, and that's the story you want to share on the show tonight. Because a lot of people are so skeptical these days, which they have a right to be, because there's so much fake things going around, so much things happening, and nobody really knows what's real anymore. So when they see videos and presentations like this, they can be enthused, they can be encouraged to say, well, if these two people can be so excited about this opportunity, it must be something that I can be a part of. So tell us about your story, how you this whole $8 trillion industry of travel and the whole excitement that comes with it. Tell us how you got started and what is the journey, what has the journey been so far for you?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, Dale, it's such an amazing experience. It's such an awesome experience. And I will use the word awesome a lot because this is the awesome show. But
Yes.
really and truly, I got started in this business a little over 3 years ago. And
Mhm.
what I want people to understand, and you said it in the introduction, that I work this business on a part-time basis, which
Mhm.
means that I do have a full-time job. I work in financial services. I work with a reputable company. And I thought that when I got this job, that I would definitely be living the life, making the
Yes.
money. And I had weekends off, Dale. So I was under the illusion that I had it set because I had a great 9 to 5 job and I had the weekends off. But what I didn't have, Dale, was I didn't have true freedom. And
Mhm.
you know I often say to people that I was in the worst kind of trouble. Dale, you ever in trouble with your mother and you know you're in trouble?
Yeah.
And you prepare for it, right? You in Jamaica we put courage on our skin so we don't
Yes.
feel the
Rub it
beatings.
in hand.
I don't even know how that makes sense. But at least you had a plan because you knew you were in trouble. But I was in the worst kind of trouble, and that's the kind that you don't know. So something's looming, but you can't even make the preparation. So, guys, I was working my 9 to 5 and I was going about my business, really thinking that I had it set, but I didn't have time freedom. I didn't have personal freedom and I didn't have financial freedom. Now, what did I mean by I didn't have these freedoms? I had to respond to an alarm clock every morning, right? I had to
Mhm.
respond to that alarm clock at the end of the night. But most nights, 5 p.m. was not 5 p.m. I was leaving the office 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. most nights, and I still had stuff to do. I was missing important family events because it may not be a holiday. So I still had to work, right? Soccer games for my brothers, going to my sister's shows, hanging out with my parents, whatever it may be. I kept missing things. And I didn't realize that this was an issue because I was only taught to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and work until someone told me you qualified to retire.
Mhm.
Right? Now, of course, we're all on that wheel, not knocking the 9 to 5, but it's just not an ideal wheel.
Mhm.
And a girlfriend of mine, love her to this day, she called me up one day and she said, "Hey, girl, I see that you're traveling a lot. What do you think about getting paid to travel?" And I said to her, "What did you say?" And she said, "Yeah, I found this amazing opportunity and I just want you to take a look at it." So, listen, Dale, in that instant, I realized that there is more. So, of course, I wanted to see more. And in this instant, I want to stop for a second here to say to your viewers, your friends, your family, whomever may be watching, if a friend brings you an opportunity, it's not for you to flat out say no. It's a
Mhm.
chance for you to take a look because that's really what they're asking you to do. Take a look at what I'm doing. Give me your thoughts. And maybe, just maybe, it's an opportunity that you've been wishing, hoping, praying for. Or maybe you're like me. It's an opportunity that you needed, but you didn't know that you even wanted. So I
Mhm.
took a look at what she was doing and I was blown away. But I had questions. So she brought in her sponsor, my friend and my sister now, Denisha Bailey Cole, and we spoke. We had a heart to heart. I asked her all my burning questions. I got my questions answered, and that very same evening, I got my business started. Now, I don't want to impress anyone here, but I want to impress upon their guests to understand that when a friend introduces you to something, you take a look at that thing. It makes sense. And in this case, it made dollars too.
Mhm.
And you are able, and again, this person is a friend, which means the trust element is already there. Get started, figure it out after.
Mhm.
Because I can tell you this, I was not about to watch my friend become a millionaire, and I will be sitting somewhere saying, shoulda, coulda, wouldn't,
Yes,
right?
you
And
did.
didn't.
Yes.
So when I saw this opportunity and it made sense, like I said, it was travel. It's an $8 trillion industry, as you rightly said, Dale. And for so many years, I was a consumer of travel. I love traveling. I worked in the travel sector before. I've worked for airports as well as airlines, but I never ever thought that I could actually own a piece of real estate in travel, because the
Wow.
first thing that I thought of was the cost, right? Because all I know is setting up brick and mortar. And I
Hmm.
started thinking about capital. I started thinking about internet, furniture, staff, and I quickly did
Security.
ra- and licensing, right? Licensing to run a business such as this. And most importantly, I thought about how expensive it would have been to formulate relationships, because yes, you open a travel agency, but then you need to have relationship with the resorts, the cruise lines, right?
Hmm.
And all the other players in this industry. So it was definitely a pipe dream for me. And I'm sure there are others here who have thought about getting into this piece of real estate, because Dale, you're positioned right now, and $8 trillion is projected to grow to a whopping 10, 15 trillion within the next 10 years. And everyone sees how the travel industry is going right now. It is skyrocketing. And if
Even
you
in the
are only
pandemic.
if and I'm as about to tell you that during the
Yeah.
pandemic, Dale, I actually made the most money in my 3 years in this business. And I
Wow.
got started at a time where I felt that, travel was going to take a tank, because I told you 3 years, 3 years from 2022, you can do the math and see when I got started. And,
Yes. Yes.
I went to my first convention and I got fired up and I said, I'm really going to kill this business. And then what happened? COVID. But a little bit more about me. That's why I got started. I got started because a friend told me I could make some cash on trips that I was already booking for myself. So let me be completely transparent, Dale. I got started for selfish reasons.
Hmm. That's fine.
And, right? Because we want to put some more money in our pockets. But
Yes.
even though I had those selfish intentions, I did nothing. I did nothing with this business. So I got started and I sat. I didn't tell a soul. I didn't do a thing with it. But 3 months into my business deal, my brother phones me up and he said to me, "Hey, Dora, are you still doing that travel thing?" I said, "What? What travel thing?" He said, "One time you told us you're doing that age." I said, "Oh, yes, I still have it. I'm doing it." I didn't even remember because I did not recognize nor did I understand the value of what I had gotten into. And this goes to show the power of positioning and timing. Now, sometimes God leads us into a certain direction and we don't even recognize the hand of God leading us.
Yeah.
So I got my business started, didn't do anything with it, but God sent my brother to ask me. Now, why was my brother asking Dale? He was getting married. He was
Hmm.
getting married to a beautiful Congolese girl. My first sister in law, love her to pieces. And of course, we all needed to travel to right? Which is an African country for the because they don't just have a one-off wedding; it's an entire week of events.
Wow.
Now, my
Celebrate.
brother, it's a big celebration, and they do it extremely big. So, quite a few of us would have been taking that trip. Now, when my brother called me, he said, "We're not getting anywhere. We have so many other things to do in preparation. Can you handle the travel aspect?"
That's your middle name now.
Okay. Okay. Now, of course, I said, most definitely, not a problem. I can do this. I could not do it. I
Yes.
could not do it, Dale. But what I love about my business is that it gives me access. Now, not just access to money, which it does in commissions, but it
Mhm.
also gives me access to individuals who can do it, who are trained already. So I
Mhm.
was able to pick up the phone and I called a supplier and I said to them, listen, 20 of us need to get to Congo on this day. We need to get to France on this day. We need to stay in this place and all the stuff that we had to do. Can I tell you, Dale, that the person on the other end of that line put together a phenomenal itinerary? I shared it with my family and my friends on a WhatsApp group. So I only had to send that message once and everyone got it.
Mhm.
By the next day, Dale, we were passing credit card information. And that was the hardest part of the process.
Yes.
We all went down to Africa. We had a phenomenal trip. And everyone came back 3 weeks later to their credit card statements, right?
Mhm.
But I came back to an additional piece of information. And I did not even recognize that I was coming into this piece of document because I was so thrilled. I was so ecstatic that I was able to put together that trip for my family. I was already fulfilled. And I
Yes.
enjoyed myself in France and Congo. But I got an email, and on that email, it said that I got paid 3,000 US dollars for booking that trip.
Wow. Wow. That is exciting. That is exciting.
It was next level. When I saw that, I checked my name a million times. I checked the amount a million times. Thank God they had the USD there because I was like, is this Jamaican money?
Yes.
Right? No, 3,000 US dollars is a lot of money. And I always tell people 3,000 US is not just a lot of money in Jamaica, it's a lot of money in the US,
Yes.
right?
Indeed.
And remember,
Indeed.
this is additional. This is additional funds. So when I got this $3,000, you know what I did next, Dale? Well, of course, I
All
spent
your
some.
time. Yes.
I called everybody. I
Yes.
called everyone I know because something good happens to you or
You want
knee
to
jerk
share.
action should be to share with others. So
Mhm.
I got on the phone and I called everybody I know, everybody I could think of. And I said, you would never believe what just happened. And can I tell you, Dale, sharing is caring
Yes.
because the more I shared, the more others wanted to do this too. And they were asking me all sorts of questions. Can I do this? How much did it cost you? Is it easy to do? Right? I didn't
Mhm.
graduate from this university. Now, this business says whether you're graduating from Yale or coming from jail, you can do this
You can
business,
do it. That's
right?
good.
It does
Yeah.
not discriminate. So I got this business started. And of course, now I started to really zoom in on what the business truly is and was. And can I tell you, Dale, I got supplier training. So now I can do my own bookings. Right?
Mhm.
Calling is an option, but I
Yes.
definitely can't do those bookings. I got certified with so many suppliers. I got access to on demand training. So, what that meant was that even though I was working my 9 to 5, after work or before work, I could definitely continue learning and improving because you've got to grow. And we spoke about that personal development. And of
Yes.
course, I got to experience travel from a client's perspective because I was introduced to fam trips, which are short for familiarization. And the hotels and the cruise lines, they invited us to come aboard the ships, coming to their hotel properties, and they showed us around the area. And every time I went on one of those trips, I would take photos, I
Mhm.
would post it, I would go live, and people would message me, where are you? How much is it? And I would see that I was marketing without even recognizing that I was marketing. But you spoke about being skeptic. I
Mhm.
was skeptic, but I asked questions and I got them answered. And you are absolutely right. A lot of individuals are definitely afraid of getting involved in online marketing business or online businesses on a whole. But in teletravel, which is one of the companies that we've partnered with, they understand that and they recognize the times in which we're living. And they
Yeah.
know that not everyone has time for brick and mortar. People want click and order. So they
Yes.
transformed bedrooms, living rooms, kitchens, right? Cars into travel agencies. And they wrapped three guarantees around the product, not one, right? And the first guarantee is really phenomenal and it's for our clients. And it says that if they book a trip with us and within 7 days, they're able to find that exact trip, we are able to meet or beat that price,
Yes.
right? And in the unlikely event that we're not able to meet or beat the price, we can give our clients up to 110% of the difference in travel credits. Now, that's a win win for your clients because they will still have the awesome trip, but they'll have some credit to use towards a future trip.
Trip. Yes.
And what that means for us, Dale, is that we would have secured repeat business because they got to spend those credits somewhere,
Somewhere.
right?
Yes.
And you are that somewhere in this instance.
Yes.
Now, the second guarantee, and this was definitely one that drew my attention and really got me to look, is the 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. Now, I've never gotten a guarantee from anywhere, even a store, a clothing store. They tell you if it's worn, you can't necessarily return it. But this
Yes.
company says, go ahead, book some travel, make some commission, go on those fun trips, experience travel, if on day 29 or day 30 you decide it's not for you, you can cancel your business and get back 100% of your investment.
Yeah. That's something awesome.
It is. It is
Yes.
because now it removes that room for skepticism or that room for fear of trying. And many persons don't understand that we miss out on opportunities because of fake evidences appearing real.
Hmm.
But then there's a third piece of guarantee, and it's for the business minded individual on the line. And you know that 30 days is not enough time to test the income viability of any business. So you decide to continue for an additional 11 months. And if at the end of your first year in business, you find that you have not made or saved in excess of what you've invested in the business deal, the company will cut you a check for the difference. Now, quick Google search will show you most businesses, small businesses, go under in their first year of operation. The others that survive their first year, for the first 3 to 5 years, they operate at a loss. And here is a company guaranteeing you to at least break even at the end of your first year.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how individuals can see something like this, hear something like this, experience something like this, and not take a chance on it.
On it. That's true.
But to each their own, right? Because I mean, many of us we become acclimatized to the paycheck to paycheck to live in. I was that person. Many months at the end of my month, I didn't have enough pay.
I understand.
And I was running magic tricks, juggling. Which bill is less urgent, right? Do I pay JPS or NWC? Those were some decisions that I had to take. In the grocery store, I was that person buying something that cost 9.97 as opposed to $1,000 because that $3 could go somewhere else.
Something else. Yes.
Right? And the truth is, we all been in those situations where we had to make choices that weren't necessarily the best for our health, but it was the best based on our wealth. I never want to be in that position again because I said to someone, listen, I've mastered being broke. I'm ready for rich people problems.
Yes.
And I hope someone in your awesome family is
Yes.
also ready to experience rich people problem. I want to say, should I eat oxtail or should I eat curry goat, right?
Mhm.
Those are the problems that I want on a
Where should
Monday.
you fly to next?
And definitely travel allows me to do that because, traveling does make you wealthy. Because as citizens of the world, we have a right, Dale, to see all parts of the world. It should not be just for a particular 1% of the world. And if it
Hmm.
is for just that particular 1%, we should strive to be in that 1%.
One.
And this business gives us that opportunity. Now, Dale,
So
can I
true.
tell you that booking travel and earning commissions is only one stream of income? It gets
Just
better
one.
because you said up to eight, which means
Yeah.
somewhere in this awesome business of ours, there's seven additional streams of income to be earned. And can I tell you that you don't need to go to an expensive school, rack up mountains of debt to get access to this? Because this business, it literally sells itself. Because
So
one
true.
thing I know about people, we gonna talk. If it's
Hmm.
good, we're
We're
gonna
gonna
talk.
talk. Yes.
If it's bad, we're gonna talk. So why not talk
Just.
about the good things? And I told you that when I got that belief check, I call it, I really started talking. And that I was actually tapping into our second business with, which is through Planet Marketing, and it's a
Yes.
network marketing business. And a lot of people probably say, "Oh, let me jump off. I don't do network marketing." Hang tight, because I
Mhm.
promise you, we're all network marketers,
Yes.
right?
And
We've
not
all
get
been a
paid.
part of the. We're just not getting paid, because I was about to say we've all been a part of the great controversy between Apple and Android,
Yes.
right? We've all
So
been a
true.
part of the Grace versus Manor House debate, which is better. When in truth and in fact, all the corned beef come from the same place. They just slap on a different label.
So true.
But with our business, every single time that we sell an agency, whether through leveraged, right, or direct, we get paid. So Dale, when I introduce the opportunity to my friends and they get started, the company pays me a direct bonus of 50 US dollars. Now, understand why this is so powerful for me and why it is so powerful. The cost of living in Jamaica is exuberantly high.
Hmm.
Minimum wage in Jamaica is approximately 58 US dollars, and that's after working 40 hours. And from me selling one agency to a friend, a family, a stranger I meet on the street, I get paid 50 US dollars. And this is paid out once on the Thursday thereafter.
That's
So
just for like 10
imagine
minutes.
10 minutes worth of conversation, sometimes not even, because some people will see it immediately, see the value, and want to get in position. Now, on a
Hmm.
really hard day of work, it may take me an hour, but I'm making $50 per hour worth of conversation. And note well, that's the exception, not the rule.
Yes.
And there's an individual who's watching this, who's working for an entire 40 hours a week. And what are you getting paid? What's your hourly? Go ahead and do the math and see if it makes sense to invest in your dreams. Because when we go to our 9 to 5, we're making someone else's dreams come true. Who's building ours? No, the direct is great, but can I tell you, we also get indirect payment? Because when I introduce my girlfriend, she gets her agency started and I get paid $50. Guess what's going to happen? She'll also replicate what I just did. And she's going to share the information. Now, when she helps her friends and family get started, she will now get paid $50. Her friends will get their agency started, but the company will not have forgotten about me, Dale. They're going to pay me a 50% direct match in the amount of 25 US dollars. Now, when my
Easy
girlfriend makes
peasy.
a listen, when my girlfriend makes a fortune, I'm gonna make half a fortune.
Yes.
Now, do you think she's gonna be mad?
No, she can't be because that's not coming
Absolutely
from
not.
her either.
Exactly. And this is the most important part of this. Individuals need to recognize that we are not making money off people, we're making money with each other. And
Yes.
that's truly powerful because it's great to have a rich friend, but isn't it greater to be a group of rich friends?
So true. So true.
Right? Because then you're able to truly experience life and live the life that you desire and not the life that you have to settle for based on income, Dale. And
So
of
true.
course, we have access to the envy of the industry, residual income. No, I didn't know about residual income because I was only exposed to linear income, right?
Yes.
Exchanging time for money.
Yes.
But I have so many residual bills. Don't you have residual bills there? Right?
Just
Guests on the
coming,
line.
coming.
Do you have residual bills? Often my husband says that he has a new residual bill. And I said, what? He said, you. I'm like, what?
Mm,
He's like, yes, because he married me once, but he keeps giving me money month and month and month. And
over and
I'm like,
over.
you're
Yes.
absolutely right. I am a residual bill in and of myself. So I
Yes.
truly understand that my residual bills need to be combated by residual income. It only
Income.
makes sense.
Yes.
Now, I have mortgage, I have water bill, light bill, cable, internet, car payment, all these wonderful things that make our life easier. But the reality is they cost us just as much. And sometimes even in excess of our income. So residual bills, this is how it's put in our business. You expose a minimum of two individuals, Dale, and you will start earning $4 per person. Now, $4 might seem like nothing,
Yes.
but understand that with or without you, your team's gonna grow and you will start earning $4. So, what I did 3 years ago, Dale, I am still getting paid for today. Now, your team will grow to 40, 50, 800, 200. Do the
Multiply that.
math,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's an individual in this organization with over 30,000 people attached to them.
Wow.
Do that math. That has run laps and laps and laps around my annual income. But understand, the residual income is paid out on a monthly basis. Wouldn't you like to replace your annual income on a monthly basis? How much different would your life look? Now,
So
I
so
pause because I want you guys to marinate on that. When I got my first $8 deal, you would have thought I won the lottery because it was, you know, it, I said if they pay me $8, they will pay me 800. They will pay me a
it
thousand.
continue to grow.
It will grow. And I'm telling you, there has not been a single month that I have not gotten that money on the 10th of the month. And it gets better because you grow through this business, you have access to endless opportunities for self promotion. So
Mm-hmm.
there's you don't have to worry about your director not liking you or your boss not liking you or your sponsor liking you because there's no performance review where they're
Yeah.
going to tell you that Dale, you just missed that promotion or you just missed that bonus.
Give you a setback.
Nothing to set. The only thing that's going to stop you in this business is you.
Yes.
So, can I tell you, there are levels to this opportunity? You can advance, become that bronze builder, help three individuals, keep running, become a silver builder by helping a minimum of six. And then, of course, you get to the true crowning jewel of the Olympics, a gold builder. And Dale, as a goal builder, you will start earning those $10 team bonuses. And trust me, you can go flat out wealthy on $10 bills. I've seen it, I've experienced it. That $50 will now grow to $60, that $25 will now grow to $35. And those travel commissions, right? Booking travel and earning commission is a great experience for me, Dale. But can I tell you, when my direct business partners book travel, I get 10% override.
Wow, 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 wow. Even in your sleep. And I keep saying that.
Man, Dale, I've woken up to email saying, here's $100, here's $50, because Tom booked some travel and made $1,000. But what's even better about it is that Tom didn't get paid 900 in order to facilitate me getting
Yeah,
that 100.
100.
Absolutely not. The company pays both of us. So they don't take from Peter to pay Paul, they pay Peter and Paul. And
And
that is
Paul.
truly mind blowing. Of course, I love the and I love the weight, because that's what this company is about. And it gets better if you are really serious about leadership, Dale, and helping people, because that's what it's really about, helping people to get to whatever freedom looks like for them. And I keep
Mhm.
saying this, and I'm going to go back to it. I am forever indebted to the individual that showed me this opportunity, because
Yes.
she could have said, Dora has a good job, right? She has a car, she has a nice home, she's set. Sometimes people are in situations that they are desperately in need of a change, and they
Mhm.
are waiting for you to call, waiting for you to text, waiting for you to show them an opportunity to really change their lives, because there are people out there suffering, whether it's because of student loan, personal debt, responsibility of children, responsibility of parents. Some of us, we are just a smidge above drowning in our circumstances. And this is an opportunity where you can take back your time and make money to truly live the life that you want. And if that is you, our directorship program is definitely for you, because as a gold builder, you are now at the top of the builders program and the gateway to directorship. Help a minimum of 100 individuals, and you will be recognized as a one-star director. Understand, you don't need to go out there and help 100 people yourself, Dale. It's a team effort.
Team effort, yes.
But if you are so inclined, go for it.
Sure.
Definitely go for it, because the more people you help, your bills will disappear. And when you hear the testimonies, when you hear the stories about the difference that $50 can make in someone's home, the difference that $100 can make in someone's life, it truly fuels that fire, that passion, that desire in me to help as many individuals as possible. Because guess what? There's room at the top for everyone to truly win in this opportunity. And if you're watching this evening and you are truly looking for something, look no further. Look no further.
I
Get back
found it.
to Dale. Get back to the person that shared this link with you. Get back to the
Yes.
person that said, listen, I can't afford for you to miss this. And say to them, listen, I am ready to get my business started, because you didn't tell me that sharing is caring, and sharing is caring really gets us paid over here on the planet. As a one-star director, Dale,
Yes.
Mr. Bradley starts your month out with a bonus of 500 US dollars and a
Mhm.
guaranteed minimum earning of 1,000 US dollars on a monthly basis. Imagine an additional 12,000 US annually coming into your household.
That could do so much, so much, so much more for a lot of people watching this very broadcast.
There was a time, Dale, when I imagined what $12,000 would do for my household. Can I tell you that I've experienced it? Because I've been a director a little over 1 year now. So I've experienced that increase, and it has
Yes.
changed my life, and it has allowed me not just to change my life, because remember I said it transparently at the beginning that I started for selfish reasons, but as I got into this business I realized that my purpose was not just about me, but it was to free some people who were in financial bondage. And
Yes.
because of that, I was able to do many other things, not just book travel and earn commissions, but I was able to go to Guyana with my team, Dale, and we were able to build a school, right, and a church to help individuals in Guyana who were struggling, right? And on
Yes.
top of that, I was in a situation where a very close family member called me a few days ago and said, listen, I am in a situation and I need your help. And they didn't just need my thoughts and my prayers, Dale. They needed my finances.
Hmm.
And
I know
as
those
a
calls.
Christian, right, we've been there.
Yes.
We really want to extend the finances, but all we have is our thoughts and our prayers.
Hmm.
And, we saw God gave the people bread for bread. Like those 5,000 people were hungry, they
Yeah.
needed physical food,
Just like that. Yeah.
right? And I was able, and it's funny that I said the 5,000, the feeding of the 5,000, because that's exactly the dollar amount that that family member
Needed.
needed,
Wow.
5,000 US dollars. And I asked one question: do you have Zelle?
Mm. I can imagine the feeling on the other end of the line.
No, I want you to imagine the feeling on this end,
Well, that's
being
true. That's true.
able to say to your family who's in need, how fast can I get it to you? Right? And that is the true measure of wealth, when you are able to give back to
So true.
those who may never be in a position, one, to pay you back, or two, to truly understand that this came from an individual who was where you are a few years ago. And I have to always lift my hat and my heart to Mr. Donald Bradley, because it takes a true champion to have a heart to do
Yes.
something like this for an ordinary person like me, for you, Dale, and for all the viewers on the line, to be able to step into a new sense of purpose, a new sense of belonging, and a new sense of growth and development, where we are able to change not just our lives, but everyone attached to us. And guess what? I am at the very first rung of that ladder of directorship, and it has 9 levels,
Mhm.
right? So the more people you help, the more you advance. But what I love about this opportunity is that no one has stepped past the sixth rung as yet, because we have three six-star directors in this opportunity. And what's even more amazing about it is that in six years, this company has created three six-star directors who are also documented USD millionaires.
Yeah. Mm.
How long
Awesome.
have you been working, Dale?
More than 15 years.
That means you're supposed to have about $2 million coming in.
I hope
But imagine if it
this
took you
opportunity. Yes.
6 years to become a USD millionaire. I don't know about you guys, but I've been working for pretty much the same time as Dale, maybe a little less. And I
Mhm.
promise you, I did not have $1 million saved up, not even $1 million Jamaican, because I was living paycheck to paycheck. And like I said, sometimes less than paycheck to paycheck. But if it takes me 6 years, Dale, to hit that millionaire status, I will do it. I
Yes.
will do it, because it's not just about the destination, but the journey, the self growth, the personal development, the people that you meet. right? I got married during this business, and I can promise you 90% of my guest list are business
Hmm.
partners who have become family. And that's what I
Wow.
love about this
Really.
business. It exposes you to more than just an opportunity to make money, but an opportunity to form lifelong friendships and be in a space with like minded individuals who are also seeking after similar things. So, you've heard it all in a nutshell.
In a
Of
nutshell.
course, everyone's wondering how much does it cost, because people really
Yes.
want to know. It must be a lot of money to do something like this. Earn 4 to 5 checks a month, 7 to 8
A
streams of
month.
income on a part-time basis. Can I tell you guys that price is what we pay, value is what we get? The cost is laughable, truly laughable.
Yes.
200 US dollars to get positioned inside an $8 trillion industry deal. That's approximately 31,000 Jamaican
Mhm.
dollars,
Yes.
even less in euros, less in pounds,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
And it is a one time payment, so you never have to pay that $200 again. And then on top of that, after your first 30 days, we do have a monthly overhead of 60 US dollars. 60 US dollars, two companies, two businesses, and you are only paying what works out to 2 US dollars per day to run a
Hmm.
business such as this. No, I
Yes.
can't run my house on $2 per day, Dale.
Possible. Impossible.
And remember, you're getting access to training, tools, and resources, all the suppliers worldwide, a universal global booking engine, right?
Mhm.
And everything you need to be successful. Once you have access to a smart device and internet, you are ready to start your business. So, to the individuals that are watching, don't just watch, share this link, right?
Mhm.
And get back to the person that invited you, whether it's Dale or another business partner or
Get back.
myself. Get
Yes.
back to us and let us know that, listen, I am ready, because change only happens when I change. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the awesome family,
Yes.
understand that the journey of 1,000 mile begins with
One step.
one step.
Yes.
And you've made that first step because you're here with us. You're
Yes.
here. Take that second step. Take that second step to time, personal, and financial freedom. Get your business started, not now, but right now.
Right now.
Thank you so much, Dale, for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. I could sit here and just listen to this awesome story because it's not just a presentation. I was going to say presentation, but this is a real story that I'm sure a lot of people watching will be encouraged by because you're not hearing this through anything on the internet. You're seeing it live and in living colors. Someone who has been there, who has done it. Her first booking a whopping 3,000 US dollars. That would have given me the fire to keep pushing, 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 pushing this business. And the hilarious thing is that when your brother asked you about the business, you started your business but parked it in a corner, forgetting about it, and your brother was the one who allowed you to start again. And that's so awesome. So
Yeah,
awesome. I'm sure a
yeah.
lot of persons watching will have questions because I've come across persons who they have no problem paying $200, but why is there a monthly fee? And
All right.
you can reach out to one of us. We can set up additional meetings with you so we can have those questions answered because this is a real question and we don't want to tell you, hey, don't ask a question because it's not valid. It's a valid question, and we have several different ways of how to explain this monthly fee to you. So it was a pleasure having you on the show, and you can reach out to director. Dora Burrell-Thomas. Her information is on the screen. You can reach out to me, and if there's another member of the travel industry that shares this video with you, feel free to reach out to them because we're all family. We're all here building each other, and that's a wonderful thing about this wonderful, wonderful business. So, Director Thomas, thank you so much for sharing on this platform today. It's really a pleasure having you on, and your story really encourages me, and I'm sure it's going to encourage someone, a business partner who possibly is thinking of giving up. You can take a leaf from her book and you can continue to do your business because greatness is in you. And she said it, the only person stopping you from reaping real success in this business is not the director, not your business partners, not the people who are going to tell you no, that they're not going to join you, but the real person is going to be you stopping your own success. And that's really, really so powerful. So thank you so much for sharing. And we look forward to seeing you again on this show as we continue to grow the family, grow the business of travel as we do this every single Wednesday. And we thank you so much. So have a great day, Director. And it was my pleasure having you on the show. All the best and
A
take care.
pleasure being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right. Blessings. Take care. All the best. All the best. All right. So there you have it, Director Andrene Dora Burrell-Thomas. She was my very, very special guest on the show. And trust me, if I could get $3,000 just booking travel, the first that would give me enough fire to continue to do my business, to share it with every single person that I know. But guess what? You may not make that in your first booking as she did. But guess what? Even if it's $10 you never had. It's $100 or $50 or $500 that you never had, and that will be the first of many, many more commissions that's paid out. So get back to me. I'm going to share my information on the screen. You can use that information to get back to me. And if a member of the team shares this video with you, feel free to reach out to them and become a business partner with them or allow them to do bookings for you with the vast majority of details that they have and suppliers worldwide. They can connect you to one of those. So if you're planning your honeymoon, you're planning your getaway with your friends and your family, that special trip for you and your loved ones, you can reach out to me, reach out to someone in the team, and they can do it for you. So all the best, and we look forward to the collaborations with you. We look forward to those WhatsApp messages. We look forward to those inboxes, and we will always get back to you and we can take it from there. But we look forward to you joining us over on this side, and we call it the best place on the planet because we work for two major companies. They are independent companies, but they really do a very, very great job in this business of travel. Celebrating 7 years, over 75,000 agents. That's more than a track record to share with our viewers that this company actually works. It actually works. But guess what? It's no easy work, but you can do it because once you put your mind to it, it can work. My name is DLT. Thank you so much for sharing on this wonderful platform. Another Wednesday, awesome Travel Zone Wednesday, and it's really, really awesome to have you on. We look forward to seeing you and hearing from you to join us on the best place on the planet. And this has been another awesome, awesome broadcast. Take care and all the best. We look forward to hearing from you. Take care. My name is DLT. It's another awesome day given to us by an awesome God to do some awesome things. And the awesome thing we did tonight was to share a wonderful opportunity that you that's watching will be a part of very soon. Thank you so much. Take care.